What?
We're looking for the Great Muchina Yokai!
Do you know where it lives?
Great Muchina Yokai? What's that?
Huh? You've never heard of it? It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic powers and can even shapeshift into any...
One time, the Great Muchina Yokai stole some rice from our house. And this other time, it pushed my dad. Sounds like a very naughty little...
Because we finally found out how to chase...
My dad said that the Great Muchina Yokai likes to play tricks on people who stay out, so all we need to do is chase it away. This monster sounds scary, though. Surely your parents must... Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the Great Muchina Yokai.
So we think it must be weak right now. It's probably hiding away so it can rest.
Yeah, so as long as we get home before it gets its strength back, we'll be safe.
Something sounds very strange about all this, but Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Muchina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that we should tell them so they don't waste all their time. Look, oh, children, listen up. There's no need to go...
Huh?
No way.
That's impossible. Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from... That's not true. The Great
Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then she's gonna...
Yoimiya!
We told her all about the Great Muchina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared.
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya's...
Yoimiya plays with us until... But... Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya. Wait, hold on, don't go! They didn't seem to take that very well. But Paimon was only trying to look out for them. Who knows what Yoimiya's got to do with this?
Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. He was only joking that...
But we've never seen it for ourselves.
That's because the Great Muchina Yokai is extra powerful. It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show. No matter how powerful the Great Muchina Yokai might be, it's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and...
Got it. Thanks, Miss Yoimiya.
Oh, yeah. Hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys, one each. Remember to just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay, thank you, Yoimiya.
Oh, thanks, Yoimiya. Sure thing, will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later. So it was you guys. I guessed as much from the way the kids... The Great Muchina Yokai is pretty popular with the kids, so...
Okay, but it definitely...
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably... But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute and likes to play pranks and doesn't hurt people. So, I guess now the kids' impression of the Great Muchina Yokai is most...
So in a way, this monster...
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who exposes it. Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time. I just go ahead and tell them that the Great Muchina Yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story. Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it... Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. The fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are all the colors of the rainbow. Ooh, the mist spirits that live far off in the mountains and guide you to fairy... I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. If someone came up to me, I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because... Right? So what if it's made up? It's also really awesome and kind of magical. So it's not up to the things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young turn into... When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. It's the same thing. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down, all the grim tales of the Vision Hunt decree? I think it's a bit too early.
Yeah! Oh, way too early. For sure.
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara fireworks show is just around the corner.
Naganohara fireworks show?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. Oh, on the subject, are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. Oh, in that case, come with me to Naganohara. We'll go see my boss. Inazuma is home to the Yai Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories too. In fact, most of what they write is based off of the kinds of fairy tales I was just talking about. A lot of them have bad endings though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way. Hey, Pops, I'm back.
The fireworks show is almost upon us. Oh, new faces? Who are these two? Friends or
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently.
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat.
That can wait. Pops, I need to...
Oh, some things
Pops has
burn,
started to...
and
Sorry
other
about this.
things don't.
Ever since Pops
Rock,
had his accident,
they
his
don't
ears so...
burn.
Really?
Somewhere along
But
the
for a
line,
moment there, it almost...
Much, much later, people eventually realized that if...
Pops, wait!
Huh? What?
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been...
No, Pops, I meant the materials.
Ah! Today's fireworks are almost ready to...
No, Pops, the materials. The
Sorry? Oh! Oh!
Yes! Sorry. Paimon got all excited.
The materials aren't here yet.
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine. We can just make...
Of course!
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pop something. I get told because my Pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never contradicts them. When I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with what... Eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was...
Huh?
It just makes me happy to see him smile. And it Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks show is right around...
Yoimiya?
Oh, you...
Sorry.
Hold on. No one's looking. Okay. We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around.
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but...
Don't worry, Sakajiro. So far, we're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out...
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling himself in,
An arrest warrant?
Shh! Keep it down! We don't want... If Sakajiro is caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat... Yeah, we know what's going...
What if the boat capsizes? If things are this bad, couldn't you...
Well... But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these... I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful to them for taking me.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got that
Little piece of paper?
Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorate, only people from inside my family can understand what's written. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same firework as the original.
Wow!
It's a family tradition. All our
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. now that I think about it,
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. Whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to us
thank you. This way, I still have some time to consider my options.
All right. Well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long. Hurry up and get back.
All right, I'll leave.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit. Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit?
Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisato of the
I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess, I just wish the commissions could be a little... I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh? Well, no matter what, I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the... You don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself. And then... Oh, cool! Then let's start with Sakajiro's boat. Oh yeah! If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
He saved me from drowning this one time, and after that, we started traveling together. Why do you ask?
Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited?
Because you said person and not floating child or mascot.
Yeah. Koichi, I'm here. How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I guess. Wait, should we really be...
Oh, don't worry. They're my friends. You can trust them. They can...
Yeah, you could say we're...
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious.
Huh? What?
Because of the Sokoku decree, the Tenryou Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest one.
I understand.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you. Right, I'll go fetch the boat now.
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made in strict accordance with what was on the papers.
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure your new friends get to see it. It's an Inazuma.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what?
That's a long story, actually. Maybe I'll...
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it for now.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have ended up I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. Of course, Pops is happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, And I'm doing it again, aren't I? Ugh. What I meant to say was, I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing a lot of materials. It'll be fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always when people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am, I'm always happy.
So, what you're trying to say...
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with watching, But what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes. Let's head to the city. I think...
Question! Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time?
It can get uncomfortable, I guess. But what else would I be using my voice for?
Huh. You kinda have a point.
Yahoo! Ah, here we are. Hello, Morihiko.
Yoi, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fire.
Huh? Really?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over. I've come to expect it now.
Oh, I'm so sorry for bothering you every.
Come on now. You know I didn't mean it like. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made? It's no trouble at all, my friend. Once when I had an argument with my son, I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for Yoimiya, who knows?
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious, which is strange because I don't think I'm anything like that when I.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more, even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige.
All right then. Everyone's always saying what a good Go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's.
Oh, no, you don't. That's a.
Don't worry. Just.
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me. Can't we just play by normal business rules here?
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it.
Well, how about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it a down payment against any fireworks you want to purchase in the future.
There's no All right then. If you insist, pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko wishes him health and.
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard.
Everyone seems to really like you, Yoimiya.
Well, for one thing, if you want to commemorate something, naturally you're gonna want something loud, bright. But I think more importantly than that, everyone trusts us. Anyway, we've got all the materials we need now. Next, we just need to go find someone to process them.
Speak to President Song.
Hajime, Mr. Aminoma, it's me.
Yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you.
Seems like everyone knows how busy Yoimiya gets.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while?
No worry. Oh, wait. Actually, how about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can get through your order.
That will depend on my
Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long. There's still a lot of fireworks left to make.
Talkative as ever, I see, dear child. The essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, it will show in the. If you badger Hajime like this, you will only succeed.
But this is a special circumstance, surely. The Naganohara fireworks.
So give me your ore, and I will process it for you.
Huh? Master, you mean you'll do the work personally?
Is that so surprising? It is, after all, the.
Thank you for helping out, Mr. Aminoma.
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. This I know well. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some extra materials in to cover any unexpected changes.
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you prepare in advance. Excuse me. I will be back.
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these grains. It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but...
Of course. I have studied these techniques my whole life.
So, have Amenoma art and Naganohara
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation to another, but Hajime, in the future, this will be up to you.
I know.
All right, I won't bother you guys any longer. Okay, time to head out. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
as I thought. He isn't back yet. But not to... Sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so good to me, though. It...
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
I felt like I was neglecting you guys. So, I wanted to find an opportunity. When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have the chance to sit down and have a... You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma? Ooh, sounds great! I heard they pretty much have no rules over there, right? So my pops actually received a gift from one of his old customers over there.
Dawn Winery! Their dandelion wine.
Yes, that's the one! I remember when he drank it. I've never seen him enjoy a bottle of wines. My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's... So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
And we're looking for answers from the gods.
You were separated from your family? Oh, that must be really tough. I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility where very little ever changes. The advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma's a great place to come in. Let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be getting weary. And if you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the things that made you want to start your journey in the first place.
Sometimes.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle. Even trying to have an adventure friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had. Don't worry though, I'm sure I can think of some way to get... And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, I want to make sure you at least leave with fond memory. Who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home. I already have an idea of the color and...
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Okay, good. Let's go then. Just...
If it can withstand the storms out of...
Absolutely. Rest assured that... Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the finest Inazuman timber. Still, I'll be the first to admit that if he's planning to ride this...
I'm also hoping Sakujiro won't have to use it. It's just there's... Gotta say though, Koichi...
I'm not the one you should be... To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately. This is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and there's no way...
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll fill Sakujiro in when I get back.
Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden.
Maybe it does. But I knew what I was getting into from the moment I agreed to help him. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any sort, the other two commissions, as long as I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss. And anyway, to your point about collaboration...
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait! Oh no!
Ah, so you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Don't know what I was worried about then. Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pops to settle the boat construction fees.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be
Who's Third Sis?
Oh, let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a thriving merchants guild in Inazuma. It got really At one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning their respective family's business. They were a tightly knit group of friends. But eventually, they all grew up and decided they each wanted to go into... It was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have far less opportunity to see each other in the future.
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go watch some fireworks together.
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing business. One by one, they left, until Koichi was the only one of them remaining in Inazuma. After that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fire.
Yeah, no matter how close you and your friends are, there's always gonna be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fireworks lit up the sky, it'd instantly take us right back to our childhood. And to us, those memories...
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting on me for their fireworks. Anyway, I need to go update Sakujiro. See you, Koichi.
Yeah, I should get out of here too. I don't...
Okay, story time. So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid, or held me once as a baby, or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes, I do! You held me once when I was just a baby. Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out, he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like a million times. It was so embarrassing. The boat is already and waiting. I'll mark the location for you on the map. Before you leave,
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to leave again.
well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Terry. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here. Time is...
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come. I promise.
I didn't mean it like that. If we ever ran into any problems, I'm sure I'd figure something. But if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you...
Okay, I won't, but... No,
Why did you want to come back to
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But looking back on things now, once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop thinking about the... So I... Forget it. What does it matter now?
What a pity.
Talk to us about it.
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to... The Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous. Oh, that's right. That elderly couple, Old Custom, gets it. I'll go talk to them. Maybe...
Are you sure they won't just...
Oh, don't worry about that. They're all right. You should get... Okay, let's go. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those materials? There's so many orders of... Pops? Pops? No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note telling him to sort out the fireworks.
Why did you cut Paimon off earlier?
Because what he needs isn't an answer. Just time.
Well, if it isn't Yoimiya, are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a...
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as...
Oh, before...
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to us every year. First your father, and now you. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next hair of Naganahara fireworks.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say things like that. It's bad luck.
We aren't as young as we once were, though. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land, carrying water back and forth. But now, I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down to...
No worries. Say no more.
No. We can't be put... I'll just go fetch the tea and some...
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time.
It's no trouble.
Oh, you're such good kids. As for mine, if you're quite sure it's no trouble, then
Sure. The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get... Yahoo! Yeah, you got it! And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now. Hey, Satoru! How have you been?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. The family we sold some fireworks to Liu a while back, and word is they were a real hit. So it looks like we'll be getting more business from over there.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask.
We should be fine. Oh, yeah. This...
Oh, wow, thank you so much. But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff, and I could...
Speaking of your family...
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument. Being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Even if it does mean putting up with some... Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship. But still, they must...
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village.
Thank you. Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
That was quick.
Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have their strength.
Speaking of youth, do you know what?
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the time flies.
50 years since what?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago, back in the day.
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who...
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganохары fireworks show. To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when I walked into the Naganохary's shop, and even as it was rising up into the sky, but then it exploded, the sky lit up. Before I knew what was happening, apparently...
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time, but 50 years of being together.
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd known...
Oh, no, it's quite all right. We always set off the same. Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at this...
Ah, what a great relationship they...
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a...
Sakujiro.
Huh?
He was our boy's best friend when they were young. They were inseparable. They grew up together, shared everything with each other. But one day...
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful, and wanted to see what the But our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt that there was nothing wrong at all with... You know what children are like. They get I
see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but he didn't. Eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or for some other reason, he joined the Tenryou Commission.
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke. But since it's Sakujiro, I don't...
What a strange coincidence.
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said, because of... Now I finally understand why he can't decide what...
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up...
Well, no worries. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you.
Yes.
I think after all these years, they are...
Well, can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryou Commission came by.
Huh? Why? Pops, are you alright? They didn't—
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because— But they didn't listen. It seemed like they knew Sakujiro was inside. Luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape the—
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had enough time, Pops. Did you see where he— Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing a— Good point. Names. We need names. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stowaway.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at them either. I wish I'd caught their names.
As it happens, I did. I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. And we can't let that happen. Come with me. Let's— It's Mochizaka and his friends. Let's ask them.
Hi, Yoimiya! Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina?
Oh, Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now. Aren't you gonna— I'm sorry. I have something important to do, but I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy.
Yay!
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Yep, we did.
Are they trying to catch a monster?
No, don't worry. Be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play—
We will. We'll be on our best behavior, especially for you, Yoimiya.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryou Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right? We need to talk—
Didn't you hear me? You're not getting—
Ugh, what a nuisance!
I must withdraw. I must withdraw.
That didn't count!
I must withdraw.
Go Bishop down!
I must withdraw.
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryou Commission? You will be punished for your act. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even—
Look at that! The one with the— We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate, I accept it. I have nothing else to say.
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of—
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryou Commission. The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you have anything else to say to one another?
Hey, I know you. You're Naganохara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved in other people's business, but stay out of this. It does not concern you.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
And why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave after you got here? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance you've been waiting for. To talk everything through.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryou Commission. There was never any room for out of respect for the friendship we once had. I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking about? And just who do you think you're kidding? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems to me like you were hoping for— I can see it in your faces. You both have so much to say, and you're just gonna choose to keep—
Don't flatter yourself. What would you know?
Yoimiya, leave it. It was just my wishful thinking.
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and watch when you haven't even done anything, Keisuke. You seem to like settling things with a duel, so let's do it your way. I challenge you. If I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. No more running from your— And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke exactly why you came back, no matter what the consequences are. You have to tell him everything. If you don't say anything now, you may never have another chance.
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the Tenryou Commission's punishment.
Yoimiya.
I accept.
Sir, we're here to back you up.
Back up? Duels are supposed to be one-on-one! All right, that's it! Let's help Yoimiya! We can't let her fight them all alone!
I must
Fourth, my blade.
Yahoo! Fire hazard!
Sir, they are too strong. We need more men.
Stand.
What?
I thought I told you to stay away. Now stand down.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was back then. Why were you so convinced that we had things to—
Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you when he came back. Then your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. Once I'd heard the story, and that's why I simply refuse to believe that you have nothing to say to each other. Nobody sets off a firework to feel lonely, do they?
The reason I came back is that it wasn't that I'd changed my mind. I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to escape from reality. I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of Fontaine. It all left a deep impression on me. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma, but then I happened to hear about the Sakoku decree. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world and bring them back home.
So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of changing the way things are here?
No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that... After all...
Huh?
I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy for me. But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I couldn't ignore it any longer.
Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed. But now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate people's visions. It's not what I signed up for when I joined the Tenryou Commission. I do wonder, am I really The boat is yours.
Huh?
I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force.
What will you...
Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world is long, and I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait. And don't kick the bucket on the way out.
Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together?
Maybe next time. I'll be demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. I can't explain. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to transport it here, citing the temporary contraband. Forcing Sakujiro to this spot was also something. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind.
But I think you did the right thing. And
I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were...
that's only because I know your parents so well. They're both real...
I had heard there was a new Naganохары running things these days. Little loud and reckless, maybe, but... By the way, Naganохары fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of us set off back then, right?
Sorry, no can do. Without the slipper reference, I can't make the same one again. And I'm afraid Sakujiro is the one with the slip.
Ah, never mind then.
Don't get too down just yet, though. I mentioned I can't make another one, but I'm guessing Sakujiro probably won't be needing his anymore. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I'll make an exception and...
Thank you very much.
No worries. And...
Yoimiya, the way you took...
What can I say? I like to talk. If you're not willing to communicate, then the problem just sits there. If you just keep... Sakujiro and Keisuke can't turn back the clock in their relationship. Anyway, follow me. I'll bring you to the perfect place to... My pops will set off the firework that I wanted to give to you. Let's play!
Huh? Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So, Yoimiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yoimiya?
Shh.
Huh? Oh.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful I could weep. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed. Oh, remember that big one that went up first? That's the one I had Pops make.
Oh, Paimon saw it. It was one of the best.
That's what I wanted to hear. I was hoping no matter where your journey takes you and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back. I believe that as time goes by, this fire... Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden firework again, just come and see me.
You know, Yoimiya, you seem to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks.
Oh, I can hear you. I just have quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky. You asked me what fireworks mean to...
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, for Keisuke's parents, and for Keisuke and Sakujiro, oh yeah!
As for me, to be honest...
Seriously?
Well, no one's ever asked me this before. It was by chance that I happened to be born. It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned some fireworks that disappear in a flash of light, but people's feelings don't just disappear. And it's those feelings that give. Also, consider this. If we didn't exist, there would, I don't really think about, but I'm proud that I was born into the Naganохары family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Inazuma is not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking about, right? As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?